Hello, beautiful souls. I want to share with you today about the topic around the father wound. And I want to share about that because it has been such an important and healing topic for myself, and it is for my clients and the people I work with as well. And the father wound is something that many of you probably can relate to. Maybe you were never aware of it, or you never thought about it, or you never felt anything related to the father wounds. That's why I would love to create some more awareness around it, because I think many of you can benefit from that. So what is the father wound? The father wound is something that can be created in the connection with you and your father. So that can be any type of pain that you are still carrying within you in connection to your father. And what happens as women especially is if we have any pain unhealed in relationship with our father, most of the time we start to attract, when we grow up, because as little girls there were painful moments, there were painful situations, there were moments that our fathers were maybe emotional or physical unavailable for us. Most of the times, if we grew up with that wound, with that unhealed pain, we start to attract people or partners that reflect these unhealed wounds within ourselves. Because our father is our first male figure. So you can imagine, if there's any pain, any unhealed pain in relationship with your father, that is your image, that is your belief, that is your idea about the masculine. That is your idea about male figures. That doesn't mean that is the most healthy way. That doesn't mean that is the way you desire a man to be in your life. And the moment we are not aware of that, we are probably increasing the pain, the wound that we are carrying from our childhood, from the relationship with our father. And what I see happening a lot is that many men and women are scared to really acknowledge this pain. They are scared to feel it, to accept it, because they have a loyalty conflict with their father. And that's something in general with parents we experience. At one point we felt really like we had this inner conflict of we want to be loyal to them. We want to make them happy, so we are safe. So this inner conflict creates this confusion that we are not allowed to feel our pain, that we are not allowed to acknowledge that something in the relationship with our father might have caused us pain. And that we feel, at one point maybe we started to feel unsafe to feel or express our emotions towards our father. And if we then start to accept the behavior that maybe wasn't the most respectful behavior, or the behavior, the treatment that you deserved as a child, we start to think that is normal. And that's how we go through life. We go through life thinking that is the way a man treats me, or that is the way a masculine figure should be. And what I see is that many times the more you start to work and heal the pain that is in your relationship with your father, you start to create a different relationship with your own inner masculine, and you start to create and feel a different relationship with the masculine, with the male people outside of you, around you. Because, for example, if your father wasn't emotionally available for you, which happens a lot, because man, and especially the generations for us, they were not taught how to feel. They were not taught how to express their emotions. They were not taught how to be vulnerable. So they were closed emotionally. They were not available emotionally for themselves. And when someone is not emotionally available for themselves, they cannot be emotionally available for you. And the moment that happens, in this case with our father, we start to think as a child, for example, we start to create limiting beliefs around this relationship, around this emotional unavailability. We start to believe that we are not worthy enough, that we are not worthy of love, that we're not worthy of attention. We start to believe that maybe only practical support is what we are worthy of. But we don't feel that we are worthy of, or don't believe that we are worthy of receiving love and protection, for example, or safety. Because many times I hear, especially women, telling me that their father was there really in practical ways, always to support them in the most practical ways. Because that was their way, their father's way of giving them love. But there's again then also this lack of emotional support. There's this lack of affection, there's this lack of love. And that creates a void, that creates like a lack of the love that we need and deserve from our father. So the moment you start to heal this pain, this wound, this void, or whatever it is that was in the relationship with your father, or that wasn't there and that you needed so deeply, we start to heal our own inner masculine. We start to own our feelings. We start to reclaim our birthright, that we deserve the love that we maybe didn't receive, or the attention, or the affection. And the more we will heal that and we take responsibility for this father wound, we start to feel more whole within ourselves. We start to feel more supported within ourselves. We start to feel more safe. We start to feel more grounded. We feel more centered and empowered within ourselves. Because we're giving that part within us what it needed from our father, but our father maybe for whatever reason wasn't able to give that to us. So why for me healing the father wound is so important is because it's an important part of you. You were created from two people, your mother and your father. So both of them, if there are any unhealed pains, any unhealed emotions, any unhealed wounds in one of them, and in this case I'm talking about the father, it's really liberating for yourself to heal yourself from that pain, to release it, to heal it. And you will see that the relationship with yourself will start to bloom, will start to change, and the relationship with man around you will change as well. Because if we are struggling in relationships with man, for example, with specific behavior or specific patterns, most of the time they are reflecting back some unhealed pain from the relationship with our father. It's triggering the father wound many times. And the more you will heal that, the more you will take responsibility, the more that can shift within your relationship with man around you. So for me, healing the father wound is a really important topic, and there's so much power in that, and there is so much value that you can gain from it for yourself. And I experienced it with myself, to heal the pain that was within me in relationship with my own father. And it really freed and liberated that part within me that was still in a lot of pain, and that was needing the love, and that was feeling this urge to express whatever was still suppressed within her. So I hope that this video inspires you and gives you a little bit more insights and awareness around what the father wound is or can be, and that it's possible to heal this. So if you have any questions about this topic, please let me know, send me a private message. I'm here for you. Even if you just want to share your experience or something that comes up after hearing this video, feel welcome to share with me. Sending you lots of love. Bye bye.